Self-discipline is the love for the self-awareness. Self-awareness is one's touch with the truth, and the truth is the root that holds the tree that bears the fruit of divine love. That is the inspiration that the Gita bestows upon the minds that hunger for its message. This life is nothing but the dream of the God. The role one depicts is nothing but the play of the God. The form one adopts is nothing but the shadow of the God. The thoughts one thinks are battle with the God, and the love one experiences and the shares the hint of his majestic presence in our slumber. Therefore, awaken to the words of wisdom. Realize that the dream ends, and only when one witnesses is in the complete awareness of the self. Don't wait to be awakened, for no one can awaken you. It is only the one that has, through many psychological struggles, awakened with him a hunger for self-inquiry, that will find the intensity of purity to be faithful to the soul. Follow thyself, and you will find thyself in the God. The thoughts, the forms, the non-forms, everything is a God. The ego, the body, this world, the awareness, whatever the names, forms that you have kept it, everything is awareness. There is nothing other than the awareness. Love is in you. You are in the love. You are the life. You are eternal. One reaches the highest state of his own being only when one is able to constantly adhere, follow, and accept the law of his own nature. Until one attempts to perceive his divine nature through the gateways of his senses, gateway of his mind and intellect, until then one will wage many a small desperate war against the nature and the truth of his own self. Such a seeker will identify his own self with the negative tendencies that arise due to the misconceptions of his own self. The more one doubts the simplicity of the truth, the more one invites his self to be captured, tortured, blindfolded by his own inner enemies. Such a one can bring his mind to rest only when one's every thought is wedded to the selflessness of the highest principles and is constantly led in his every action by the inspiration of a pure intellect and a peaceful heart. The self is indestructible. When one's ignorance attempts to destroy his nature by trying to lure the simplicity of the self into its limited weaknesses, such attacks merely rebound and attack the ignorance itself until it is completely exhausted in its own suffering. When a man identifies his self with the ignorance, then he will naturally perceive himself to be a pitiful sufferer. When he, on the other hand, remains submerged in his emerging consciousness in such blissfulness and equal-minded state, he will simply witness the sudden birth of any evil. He will ignore its attempt to invade his silence and will unflinchingly see the evil perish before the radiance of his own divine nature. In the fear of suffering, man brings upon himself the greatest pains. For realize that in resting, the self itself is the biggest punishment one could ever face. Self-dependency is an eccentric notion to the fearful mind. Remember, such fears arise not because of what lacks in one, but because of what lacks in one's own understanding of oneself. The more one thinks, the lesser he will know, the more he will depend, the more he will fear. The lesser will he accept, the more he will resist. The more he will fail, the less he will do, the more he will fear, and the more he will think, and this cycle will encircle in the waves of emotions and the passions, leaving him in a state where the fear of confusion rules the very essence of his own divine nature. You are the wave of gentle love. Never forget the ocean of the truth that gave its own nature. You arise above itself.